All right, y'all. Welcome back to Dead Spot Podcast, episode 19. We back with weekly pick with the bros. I got my guys here. Y'all know what it is. Cousin Kerr, we got Kel, we got Bo in the building. This week, instead of just doing our picks and doing my tiers, we're going to get to all of that. But it was a lot going on with our two personal teams this week. So let's first start off with, you see my guy repping, so we coming to Kel first. Kel, our man, TreyArea, it got started this weekend. How you think he did, honest opinion on what his week one would look like, and not only what it looked like, but how did it look compared to what you like envisioned it looking like? What do you think?
I thought, as expected, he looked a little flustered in the beginning, a little like everything was sped up and everything, but that comes with reps. That comes with repetition. It's his first NFL game starting. But I thought once he got settled in, he started making the throws that was necessary. I liked in the beginning how we would spread everything out and nobody wouldn't be there and he'd just take off. Like Arizona had no answer for that. Like he'd just take off. What I didn't like, and we'll probably get into it a little later, was the design runs. It was like so many design runs for him.
Right.
It's like he got Derrick Henry, he Trey Lance. Come on, man. Like, you gotta protect your investment. Yeah. But I do think he made some rookie mistakes, but I ain't gonna say this game was on him. But I like what he did. If I had to give him a grade, I'll probably give him like a B minus, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, what you think about that?
I mean, I agree with Kill. I think Trey played about as best as we could probably expect from a rookie who's doing his first NFL start. As far as a grade, though, I give him like a solid B. I mean, he had 192 yards on a pick. Like you said, he made a couple rookie mistakes, bro, but he's a developing quarterback. We wasn't expecting him to come in and throw for X amount of yards and this amount of touchdowns. But he played, I feel like what his situation is, to the best of his abilities. So I don't think the L is on him either. He got to learn some things, but all in all, I like what I saw.
Okay, and Kurt, before I throw it to you, since you're the only non-Niner fan, I'm going before you. I know I'm the host, but listen. Oh, my man, though, I agree with a lot of what y'all saying. Like you said, Kel, your point about the design run was like, he's not Lamar Jackson. And I feel like they was kind of like, looked at what they did with Lamar and how like that steady came along and how they did that. And obviously it's working great for them. But that's because Lamar is one of one and is different from anybody we've ever seen. So it's like, you can't look at that. I feel like the NFL too copycatish. Like, oh, if it worked for them, it's going to work for us. Not if you don't have that. Trey Lance is not that. He can run some. Like, he is a mobile quarterback like these young guys, but that's a whole different animal. So 16 rushes don't make sense. Like you said, if it's not open, take off. That was working great. The pick, first drive, I mean, he could have even took off that route. You know what I'm saying? He had an open line. He could have probably got about 15, maybe 20 yards there. But the dude he was throwing to was open. It was just a little high and hella hard. So it's like, and I think, Bo, you had touched on this like off air when we was talking about like his touch. Just got to get that down. So it's like, but that's all stuff that you said, Kel, too, that come with reps. So once he get more reps, he gonna be fine. Like I said, he got tackled at the half-inch yard for a touchdown. I don't know. I didn't feel like they gave him enough leeway to really show all he could do. Like, I was kind of disappointed in how he was used because the whole difference is he could run, cool, but he also got a better arm than Jimmy. Like, that was supposed to be more deep threat. Like, on my last episode, if y'all tuned in, my guy Kev was saying he expected at least 7 to 10 deep shots. Now, whether it was completed or not, but at least taking the chance, opening up the offense, like showing them that now we got a different threat. And we didn't really do that. So it's like, it's still more frustration with the coaching. Like you said, he wasn't perfect. Like, but I wasn't expecting that. But I wasn't expecting to see him come out and try to be Lamar Jackson. And that's what we seen, kind of like with a little bit of mix in of throwing some. But I hope we get a better game plan for him. But for what he had to execute, I think he did okay. Like, obviously but like it come with experience. Like, when you going in for that touchdown, instead of just throwing your shoulder, This ain't college. You ain't bigger than the linebacker coming in. Reach the ball out and extend the ball for the touchdown. That's stuff that you work on in film session. So it's like, it wasn't nothing too bad. Like, yeah, I would probably have to go with a B as well, just based off of, for some reason, our offensive guru is acting like an asshole right now. So it's like, I don't know what his problem is. Like I said, you can turn it to last week for my frustrations. I ain't even gonna do that right now. Kerr, I'm passing it to you, big dog, because I'll go in. I'm gonna go. Do you?
Yeah, so I didn't. I kind of told y'all a little bit earlier. I didn't really watch the game. I was on the Raiders game and on Red Zone, and it was a low-scoring game between y'all and the Cardinals, so y'all wouldn't pop up that much. But just strictly going off the box score, I'm not a big box score stats kind of guy, and even conceptually as well. What's going on with Trey Lance is a lot of kind of what you saw with Matt Nagy early on is the black quarterback package, where it's let's just get him in, let's either do power or read option, and then that's what they were doing with Trey, honestly, at the beginning of the season, is do the read option, the goal line, and then take him out. So they're using him as kind of like a gadget versus like an actual quarterback. The 16 carries, he was pretty efficient, with 5.6 yards per carry, getting 89 yards, but that is a lot of hits, especially on your quarterback. And now he has a left knee sprain, so that's not the most ideal situation.
And Kale caught that during the game. Kale texted us saying, "Bro, he gonna get hurt playing like this." Like, Kale for sure caught that.
You know what I mean? So. And it's not like Elijah Mitchell was averaging 4.8. Trey Sermon had 1 for 7. It's not like they weren't able to run the ball. They just didn't. So if Trey Lance is your best player, okay, cool. Then you want the ball in his hands, but at the same time, you kind of got to ease him in. Now, also at the same time, he was 15 of 29. Last week, he was also like 9 of 18. If he's going to live around this like 50% completion percentage, he's getting good yards. It's like big chunk plays, but if he gets the completion percentage up, kind of like Rudy was saying, he won games that I was watching in the preseason. Is every ball is just like he's throwing it as hard as he can. He got like the kind of the Donovan McNabb kind of thing of like just always throwing it too hard. If he can learn to put some touch on it, I think it'll be cool. It's a good building block. But I'm gonna give him a not applicable grade. I can't really say it. I didn't really watch the game. I don't want to dog the dude. Like I said, I'm TreyArea damn near. I'm rooting for all black quarterbacks. So he had a cool game, but not cool enough.
And then for me too, like another point that was also made on my last episode is we keep talking about how hard Trey throwing it, because I had brought this up last time, like Trey throw too hard, and Kev was pretty much like, well, shit, bro. These no-name receivers that he had in college was catching that shit, and he threw for 28 touchdowns and no picks. Like, these is NFL level talent. If they like, you know what I'm saying, like. He could maybe cool it down a little bit, but like but you wouldn't watch the game. But like the Sanu drop, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't care how hard you throw the ball. That got to be a catch. It was like 3rd and 6. We had a little momentum. Trey was moving cool. He hit Sanu on a wide open one, and he just dropped it. Like,
yeah,
with your body and everything. Like, bro, it don't matter how hard you an NFL receiver, bro, catch that. Like. Sure. So I also feel like little stuff like that. I mean, I can't blame you for you didn't watch the game, but it was like I think 4 drop passes, like just a bunch of all over the place stuff.
Yeah, he didn't get much help from his receivers. And then one thing I was confused about is like Ayuk is in the doghouse for some reason. I don't know why, but if you look at the catches Ayuk made, it was like contested catches and tight windows. He's boxing out the DB, catching it with one arm, like. And we got Travis Benjamin out there running routes, and he's not even running deep routes. He running intermediate routes. And like, I don't know. I was just confused with the receiver rotation and all that going on. So, but the guy calling the plays.
Hey, John Lynch came out and said that Ayuk's not where he wants him to be either. It's not even just him. They're on the same page right now. I don't know what page it is, but they're on the same page.
But it's like John, like the way they so intertwined that they're not going to come out and say anything against the other. So even if John Lynch don't believe that, he's not going to go against Shanahan. They just move like that. But like I just seen a stat too that said Ayuk got the second most, what is it called, contested catches on the season, and he only been playing. You know what I'm saying? I think he got 7. I think the most is like, or no, 3rd. I think somebody got 8, and then McLaurin got 12. But like he right there with only like 15 catches. So half his catches have been contested. So that just kind of show you what he can do. And last one before we move on is, if you're gonna run your quarterback, why are you running him up the middle Like you said, like he's Derrick fucking Henry. Why are we not getting him out on the outside? I don't think nothing should be up the middle unless it's a broken play and it just open up for him. We shouldn't be running him, or if it's 4th and inches. Everything should have been like more to the outside, getting him in space, where it's like, all right, bro, you gonna, but if you see something, throw that thing. He just height and putting his head down. Like, I don't really know. Like, I didn't watch some tape on Trey. I haven't really seen him do a lot of that when he was in college. So it's like, I don't really understand. Like, what the hell is going on, bro? Why are we using him like this? To the outside, bro, he was 6, 7, 8 yards. Why is 4th and 2 we running up the middle where everybody at, clogged up?
Yeah.
He in there. Trey took some big hits, bro. Like, Kurt, I'm gonna send you some hits, bro. He took some big hits. One of his helmet came off. They took his helmet off his head and shit. I'm like, come on, bro. We watching this like, I don't know.
Getting beat. That's the thing about Trey is at least to me, from watching him the preseason, from seeing the clips, whatever it might be, he's more Cam Newton than Lamar Jackson. So it's like, that might just be me. I don't know, right? But Lamar, you trying to get him out wide, you trying to isolate the defender, blah, blah, this and that. Cam was running a lot of power in Carolina. Now you see where he's at now. A couple years later, he's getting hurt. His shoulders were messed up. Blah, blah. His regression was pretty steep. But I got to see what kind of runner he is. Is he a kind of not Derrick Henry, right? Like you're saying, the 16 times is too much. But is he a QB power kind of guy? Is he a read option and trying to get him on the perimeter kind of guy?
A passing quarterback who could run a little. I don't even want to see, because he's not even Cam, because Cam, bro, like Cam was a lot of run with some weird throw a little. Trey can throw the ball, bro. Like his mechanics, I feel like, is a lot like further than Cam and Lamar when they came into the league. Like, but like you said, it's the black quarterback package. They don't think like that's the way they feel like you got to introduce a black quarterback to playing football in the NFL. Like, that's not, at least that's my opinion. I think he a better thrower than him.
End of the day, 52.1% completion percentage. So I can understand his drops and they go into that. That's a big part of it, but 52% completion percentage is not, that's not good enough.
Well, bro, that's one game. That's his first game. Like, you can't really, like stuff like complete, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really, that's why you got to watch the game, because with young players, you can't look at it and be like, well, 50%. Like, what's the top right now? 60-some%? Like, he not like I don't know. 50 not bad for a rookie making the first start, in my opinion. I don't know. With 4 drops.
Right.
You take 4 drops.
4 drops. It was a lot of tip passes at the line. Like, it was just a lot of different things. You feel me?
It was like 3 or 4 tip passes, and them all count.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. But we'll move on. But so as far as Trey, we just got to keep seeing. I hope the Jimmy G era is over. I've seen enough to say I'm confident moving forward with Trey. I'm going to throw that out there. How y'all feel? Both? Yes or no? We going back with Jimmy, or it's over?
Honestly, I say we should keep Trey. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would say if Trey is healthy enough to start, I would have him start.
Yeah.
I agree. We rocking with Trey.
Jimmy, pack your shit. I'm pissed the Steelers won this week, because that was gonna be what I opened this shit up with. Jimmy to the Steelers for a third. We need it, but they pulled off the win, so they might keep Big Ben for another week. Skur, we came to you last on the last topic, but now we come to you first on this topic, big dog.
It's gonna be quick.
Your racist ass coach.
I'm a coach.
The leader of your team.
Nope.
The leader of the man in your locker room that you support.
Never claimed him.
Them big O's. You feel me?
Not once. Not once did I ever claim John Gruden.
So how do you feel about this, big dog?
It's 4 years too late, man. People doing the Lord's work finally. So I'm like, good. Peace. Hopefully take Tom Cable with him. Hopefully he take the whole fucking staff. It is what it is at this point. I don't know. I got receipts on Twitter from 2018 talking about there's no point in having John Gruden come back, Greg Olsen come back, Tom Cable come back. I'm cool with Gus Bradley. He seems all right. Rob Marinelli, old ass. Like, there's nobody on the team or not the team, the coaching staff right now that I'm a fan of, have been a fan of, anything like that. That's why it's been so easy to not even be like that much of a Raider fan these past couple of years, right? They just do dumb stuff all the time, especially with coaching. Having Paul Gunther for a while, it was too much. It's his buddy. He guilty by association. I'm glad he's gone. We can finally turn the corner.
So Dennis, your fellow, our good brother D-Light, your fellow Raider brother,
okay, came
in the group chat and said the season is over. You said he was crazy. I just would like to ask why.
Well, I said that because he called me crazy for picking the Bears. I was just trying to verbatim say what he told me. But I also don't think it's crazy because it may have been Gruden holding us back. You know, it's the conservative play calling in the red zone. It's a lot of stuff where we had the talent. It was just very poorly managed. So if I don't even know, bro, name. If he come in here just like, hey, this is what we got, Ruggs, do what you got to do. Listen, man, like we're not doing any of this extra stuff. I'm not Spider 2 White Banana. I'm John Gruden. Hee ha. Nah, bro. Like if we just, hey, this is what we got. Let's make sure that everybody can do what they do with the best of their abilities, bro. It's not a lost season. Like the defense was still playing cool. The offense just couldn't do anything last week because they were discombobulated, whatever it might be. And we still have the same talent that was 3-0, and everyone was talking, oh, MVP. What is this the year? Blah, blah. It's the same team, bro. It's just a new play caller finally. So we'll see what happens.
Is this the year for what?
So what?
Is this the year for what?
I didn't say it's the year for anything. I just said people. But
saying is this?
Nobody was saying nothing beginning of the season, bro. I'm telling you, people telling me. This is not even me talking right now.
I just want to know if people was the year.
You yourself put DC in the MVP conversation. If we can wind that tape back, I didn't even bring it up that episode. You brought it up.
He was in the MVP discussion. He was leading the league in passing yard. But I just this the year for. I was just that specific statement. I just wanted to know what the year was because no, I didn't pick y'all to go to the playoffs.
The year is not over. I still think we can make the wild card. Like Rudy said, I still think we can make the wild card. I never thought this was a Super Bowl year.
That's all I was asking, bro.
Mainly because of John Gruden. So now that he's gone, who knows? But Greg Olsen is not the answer either at OC, so probably not. But we'll see what happens.
Kill, Bo, either one of y'all want to jump in here about the racist white man.
Yeah, you want me to go? You got something you want to get off your chest? I got something to say about these Raiders.
I'll go first. I'll let you unload the clip later, Bo. I mean, I'm actually, agree with Kerwin. I felt like John Gruden was holding them back. I ain't gonna say he was the only one holding them back because you still got number 4 at quarterback, but he got the potential to do some things. Just got to find the right play caller to unlock it. But I did choose them to make the wild card at the baseline event episode on Dev Spot. I still think they still got a little fighting. They still got potential, to still make the playoffs, but it's looking slim.
So right now, Bo, coming into you, we 0-2 on D-Light. Niggas is not agreeing with my brother. Bo, what you got?
The Raiders season is cooked. Like a turkey on.
You said it wasn't in the group chat. All of us here, you the one that said it wasn't.
Hey, no. You can go back and check. First of all, okay, because
right now.
Let me tell you. Can I get my point off? Let me get my point off. Okay.
Talk your shit.
Y'all season is cooked. All right. Y'all looking at a 5-12, possible 6-11. It is not happening, brother. The season is in the trash. The trash. And the dumpster man is around the corner. This is not the year for y'all, bro. It's too many distractions that then came from Gruden. The team is not together. This whole situation then discombobulated y'all. Everybody's blaming y'all lost against the Bears on the whole report about Gruden and everything. Yes, they are. That's what they're saying. And y'all show was playing like it too, from what I was looking at.
I picked them before that whole thing happened.
Ain't nobody talking about your pick. I'm talking about how they played. But let me tell you this, though. Y'all getting rid of Gruden was a blessing in disguise for your entire organization.
Hallelujah.
I'm just saying that right there. It wasn't just Gruden like how Kel said, but he was a big chunk of it. Gruden, I'm not going to say Gruden was necessarily a bad coach, but he was not the coach that was going to get y'all to where y'all needed to be. So what this is right here is a step in the right direction for your entire franchise. I'm saying that right now. Y'all didn't move to Vegas and spend all that money to be the same people that y'all could have been in the town. It's not going to happen. Mark Davis finna put something together. He finna get y'all a real head coach. that's going to come in there and say, this person got to go, this person got to go, this person got to go. We're going to keep him. And this is where the money is going to go in free agency. Your quarterback may be gone too. I'm not saying next year, maybe. I'm just saying.
You putting too much faith in Mark Davis, man. With that bowl cut, man. I don't know if he that smart to do it. Oh.
I'm just saying, brother. I liked what they did. I'm saying it's a blessing in disguise for him, bro. But who y'all got right now, Kerwin? The season is chalked, my brother. Y'all got Greg Olsen, like you said. You got Versace. And then you got Gus Bradley.
Cool.
That's y'all CMB. Cool. That's who y'all got.
I want him to be my coach. That's all I'm saying. Listen, Tony Sperano had us at 8-8, fellas. All right, come on now. We can get better than that. We got a better
last year prediction because 8-8 is 16 and 17 games.
I don't know what the prediction is right now. It's early in the season, man. We so hot and cold, yes and no, bro. I don't know. It's week by week. This is Dev's week by week tiers, sir. Come on now.
Hey, the thing is, I don't kind of agree with Bo because you know when shit like racist shit come up and shit like the locker room be split on that. Because there's motherfuckers in the locker room that's feeling real like John Gruden ain't do shit. And what I learned about some white folks is they just agree and get angry over some shit no matter what it is, no matter if it's right or wrong. They just like, oh, our fellow white brother got in trouble, we pissed. And there's some black people in there right now that's not feeling it. So like that's just a lot of chaos. A lot of that type of stuff don't get it like put out there until something like this happens. Now you kind of know where everybody stand. Now it's like, oh well, yeah, I don't know if I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is supposed to be my guy. I don't really feel him no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that could really mess up a locker room, bro. And especially sport like football. Good. And football, like, cause y'all like football, you need this man to do it for this man to do. So like it's really connected. Like, and who we could beef a little bit and we might could still put it like the Warriors was fighting all year and still made the final. But like in football, that shit fall apart. That shit can fall apart quick. Like, I don't know.
It can, but I think that the cancer that split them up is gone. So now it's just about players that put in the right position, seeing what happens.
Hey, bro, how you feel about Gruden? Man, fuck that white. Damn, bro, he didn't say nothing that bad. You don't think so? Nah, bro. Next thing you know, they beefing, bro. You just never know. You never know.
Don't know that's happening either, though. So, I mean, hey, Denzel Perryman, leading tacklers, came out and said, bro, I don't know. I'm just here to play football, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how these players talk, how they think in the locker room, man. I don't know what's going on in there.
That's what he said. He ain't want no comment?
Perryman made a comment. Mark Davis didn't have a comment. He's ducking the media right now, and that's a whole different topic. But yeah, Mayock out there doing this whole press conference for him. DC out there talking about, I love the man, I hate the sin, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, they'll be all right, man. The cancer's been removed. We up onward and upward, my brothers.
All right, Kerr and Kale say they still got playoff hope. Rudy say you cooked the book, and it's over. All right. So let's keep it moving, fellas. Now that we didn't discuss TreyArea, we didn't discuss the racist. It's time to get into the dead spot tiers for the week. Yes, sir. This week with dead spot tiers, I did not share my list earlier in the week because I wanted to see what y'all had to say. I've added an extra tier to my dead spot tiers. So now we have 7 of them. Well, as we always do, let's start at the bottom. So we have the Jets. The Jets did not have a chance to move. The Jets are ass. That's just what it is. Ain't even too much to talk about. I done picked them. They came on early morning. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch them get their ass whooped by a team missing at least 5 starters on both sides of the ball. It ain't even nothing else to say about them. Philly, listen. Philly is still an ass team, bro. I don't give a damn about them coming back. I don't care about none of that. Jalen Hurt, both his touchdowns was running. It was kind of fluky. The boy cannot throw the ball. I feel like if you didn't know, now you know. I hope everybody was tuned in. That also validates that they beat the Panthers. That validates because everybody was in my DMs last week talking about the Panthers should be playoff contenders. That right there shows. I think I knew what I was talking about a little bit because they ass too. But they not on the ass line. But I'm just saying they not what everybody was thinking they were. Can't be able to lead them weak ass niggas. All right. Then we got the Lions. They still ain't won a game. Trash. Atlanta. You beat somebody else on this list. You don't get to move off this line by beating somebody on this line. You stay where you at. I need to see you beat somebody real because obviously the Jets ain't a real team right now. They can't beat teams with just handicap people. I didn't even know who some of the people was on the Falcons. But hey, I digress. Houston. When I seen how bad Houston looked after they had got the lead, right? I was talking to Bo about something, and I said, Bo, we struggling right now. I just did a whole episode hating on my Niners. But this is poverty. Like, they was playing great. Davis Mills was doing his shit. Everything was looking good. And then you just still find ways to lose. That's a real ass franchise. Could never be my team.
No, sir.
So then, let's keep it pushing. We got the Jags. Oh, my God. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, sunshine. Hey, yeah, I never lost the regular season game. Well, you look like you might not never win one at this rate. So I don't know what to tell you, big dog. You looking shitty right now. Giants. Also, more interceptions than touchdowns, but he a rookie, so I ain't going to talk too much shit. I'm just keep it pushing. Last team, I almost didn't make I thought they weren't going to make it, but the Giants, bro, what the hell? I thought they were going to win this week, but not only did they win, they throwing pick sixes at the end of the game to knock people off their parlays. So I'm leaving them where they at for some personal shit. I'm going to just tell you the truth because they got some weapons, but y'all trash ass for how y'all did me.
Man.
Let's move on.
Wait, who was before the Giants?
The Jags.
Oh, for sure. I didn't know it was okay. I think it was the Bears. Oh, no, I got you.
Moving on to this next line. They had to come back up, Kerr. Pittsburgh. They back off the line because what I've seen this week,
man,
is what they gonna look like when they get rid of old ass Biggie Ben. He had a few cool throws, but all he threw was the touchdown. He opened the field up a little bit with some deep balls, even though he missed the dude wide open. But even him going downfield with it kind of opened it up a little bit. Najee was able to run for 100.
Yep.
And he has some catches. I think they top receiver had like 120, 130. So like it showed like even without Juju, like they showed they had weapons. And it's on display, it showed like when we get a quarterback and when we get a solid line that's consistent, it's gonna be nice out there. So like I said, this next line is okay, but not a playoff team. So I can't say you're not okay when you got that many weapons. And I just literally watched what it could look like with a functioning quarterback. Now, is Ben gonna play like that next week? We'll find out with the picks. Moving on, Chicago. Hey, I don't see them moving at all this year. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, they beat y'all, but they're not going to the playoffs. They got Justin Fields. That's cool. They ain't got no line. They can't find a way to get Allen Robinson the ball. That's a big ass problem. Like, I don't know if Justin Fields need to go spend the night at Allen Robinson's house and they need to just stay up all night talking about how they can make this shit work. But it ain't working for me. It ain't working for A-Rob and anybody else that got him in fantasy. I'm sure it's not working for you. But you feel me? But they got shit to build on. Mooney looking cool. I like that. I guess that's his favorite target now. Or whatever. Let's keep it pushing. The Saints. The Saints stay here because I picked them to lose last week. But Kurt, like you said, I said they'd be 1 week on, 1 week off, and I still picked against them. But they be on, like, I can't say a team that win 1 week, lose 1 week, win 1 week, lose 1 week is a playoff contender because you too inconsistent. And it's like they literally was in a close game with Washington. James threw the Hail Mary at the half to get up, and that was just like some fluke shit that happened. So it's like I don't really take that and like, oh, a great win. But I mean, they won, like you said, Kurt. We only worry about the wins, but it wasn't a good enough win, in my opinion, to move them up. The Panthers, you Marcus, y'all blew a lead, bro. As I was on Twitter getting ready to talk my shit about Jalen Hurts, they just fell apart. Like I don't know what they was doing. Like, bro, they almost made the trash line. I was so high watching that game. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, what do you mean you gave up a 2-score lead to Jalen Hurts? Jared, my brother Bear just tweeted, Jalen Hurts not here. And I had just said, I've been telling people, yeah, I told Black this was not it. And then they just started coming back. I couldn't even continue to talk my shit how I wanted to. Panthers is coming down. I'm not trying to hear it. They're not even playoff contention. If you depending on one dude and your one dude is a running back, I don't want to hear that shit. Let's move on. The Bengals. Now, they almost got, Joe Burrow got the throat contusion and the this and the that. Like, I don't know, but they do got weapons. Jamar Chase is special. Like, the catch he made at the end of the game was something that you're not going to see 5 receivers be able to make that. Like, that was special. So it's like him Burrow, and they got the connection from LSU. Like, I feel like they got Joe Mixon. He was out he played last week. So he ain't really, as long as they can keep him healthy, I feel like they got something to build off of, but I don't think they got enough to build to the playoffs right now. But if I was a Bengals fan, I would be feeling good about what we was looking like going forward. Like, you know what I'm saying? The good foundation. Miami, hey, shit happens. They got their ass whooped. But hey, they still got some pieces. Defense cool. I almost want to move them down the trash, but my guy is coming back. He on the wall behind it. Tua will be back this week. That's what I seen. Expected to play. So I want to see what they look like with Tua before I start moving them too much. So I left him on okay line till Tua could come back. The Pats, bro. The Pats, they came back and beat Houston. That's how you know. And that's what really made me say Houston is a poverty-ass franchise, because New England was looking horrible, and Mac was still able to bring them back, and Mac and them not that good. So I don't see them being able to find their way to the top of their division. The Bills that ran away with their division. They're not getting the wild card spot. They're cooked. Seattle, right now, they on the okay, but not a playoff team line. Obviously, they why. Their quarterback is out for 2 months. He is the team. Chris Carson kind of hurt right now. So it's like with your running back hurt and your franchise top 5 quarterback out, and I don't even know who they back up.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. Definitely not betting on Geno Smith. That shit he pulled, and he looked cool when he came in. Yeah. But you got to be careful how somebody come in. Ain't nobody seen you in a couple of years. You feeling like, yeah, I'm for the show. We'll see what it look like after a whole week. But I can see them losing 6 out of the next 8 without him. Yes, for sure. Damn is right, Bo. But damn, it is. And then let's see the Colts. They was this close. I was like, yeah, buddy. I had picked the only one to pick. I'm like, I'm finna move. I had wrote their name on playoff contenders. And then they got Lamar. So I erased their name and put them on okay, but not a playoff team. Because there's no way. I think they 1-4 right now. Yep. There's no way you can be 1-4 and be in playoff contention. It's too tough. It's ugly for them. That is them 2 lists. Now we get into the nitty gritty, the teams that actually matter. We move into playoff contenders. The Niners, I still is in playoff contention. If we could keep Trey out there, what we got going, obviously we're gonna be without Kittle for a minute. But I tell you this, I got a bold prediction for my Niners. Right here on Dead Spot Podcast, I tell you what, I tell you this. We ain't losing another game, another non-division game the rest of the year. We sweeping the rest of them teams. I looked through the schedule. The only team that's going to really give us some trouble is the Titans, which is week 16, I think. So by week 16, if Trey out there, that's about 10 starts to get ready for that. Kittle should be ready back and going. I feel like that's the toughest one. Other than that, bro, we finna beat the Colts. We finna beat the I think we got, who we got on there? The Bears or I've seen somebody else too. I think the Vikings. All of them games, bro, we cooking them next. Promise you. We ain't only games we could possibly lose. We got another game against Arizona. We got 2 more against the Rams, and we got 1 more against Seattle. I looked it up. We should be Russ' first game back based off the timetable that they've given him. 6 to 8 weeks, and that's if he stayed 8. I think we played him in 9 weeks from now. So he would be we'd be his first game back. I feel even good about that. But the non-division games, y'all can look them up. We're not losing another non-division game for the rest of this year. So we're definitely still in the mix. Feel me? Next team on here, I got the Raiders. Y'all still in playoff contention because, y'all, I don't know. It was tough, bro. Like, because I was really feeling what Bo was saying about the season being cooked. But right now, y'all still got a good record. Like, y'all still in the Chiefs didn't win. So, like, they still giving y'all a little leeway. So, like, y'all still in the mix right now. I don't know without the coach, and like I don't know how that's gonna work. I need to see it this week to see if what you're saying, because we, like you said, we don't know if they confuse or if they discombobulated or what they got going on. So we got to see it. But right now, I'm leaving where they was at. The Vikings, I just still feel like they could get it together and like pull off a couple wins to get in the mix. Washington, even though they lost to the Saints this week, with their division, they still right there. They a couple bad Cowboy losses from being the top of their division. And we know the Cowboys looking great right now, but that could always change. But as far as a wild card go, I think they kind of still in the mix. This one is the most surprising. It was hard for me to do it, but playoff contenders, I had to go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs came all the way down from Super Bowl fake contenders. They came all the way down to playoff contenders. For one, you got the worst record in your division. For two, you might have the worst defense in the league. Was y'all watching that game? Did y'all see Sorensen? The dude was running with him. He was there, and he looked back and said, "All right, bro, you good." And Brett just took off running, and he just left him. Y'all just flipped it, and it was a touchdown. I said, "What the?" So listen, bro, I don't know. That is, to me, I haven't seen no defense work. I watched as many games as I could this week. That's the worst defense in football. When you got the worst defense in football, when you got the worst record in your division, what can I do with that? And their offense not even looking good. And I also said this in one of my prediction episodes with Dijon and Renzo, that they came out and said the Chiefs was a bottom 5 receiving core. And I agreed, and they ate me up. Bro, if it's not Tyreek, if it's not Travis Kelce, it's questionable who else they can get it to. Mahomes is like, bro, you still like, sometimes, bro, he getting a little cocky. Like, you throwing no-look passes and it ain't nobody there to look off. You just doing it for no reason. So it's like, and you throwing picks and shit for nothing. They said in his last 13 games, he got 14 picks. I'm not feeling good about that. I just feel like they had 2 in their head. Like, I do still feel like they're going to make the playoffs. And like I said, this is week by week. So they go on a little run. They can get back up. But as of right now, I don't see them being, like, I think of his 3 or 4 teams, at least in the AFC, they could be, let alone the whole league. So they got to be playoff contenders. And the last one is the Broncos. Because like I said, it just kind of felt wrong to not have them on here. But I don't really personally believe in the Broncos. I'm waiting for the moment where I could drop their ass. But the moment ain't this week, so we're going to leave them there. Now let's get up in here. Like I said, I added a new tier, but we're going to keep on going with the ones we know. Playoff favorites this week, it's kind of slim. It's only 2 playoff favorites. The Titans. The Titans ain't been looking great, but they got Derrick Henry, who is the best running back in football. I'll be trying to go back and forth. It's over, bro. I don't care if he could catch. He don't need to catch. He could just run by people and run over people. And I was saying shout out to Baseline, when we was at Baseline, if they get down, he's useless. Psych. They came back against Seattle, strictly running the ball. So he told me to shut up. So I'm going to shut up and just call him the best player in football. Best running back in football. And they also running away with their division, so you can't be a division favorite and not be a playoff favorite. The Browns, I still feel like they had a good game with the Chargers this week, a good shootout. Like, I don't think they played bad. Jay Herbo just that dude right now. So it's like, but I still feel like definitely they're gonna get into the playoffs. I don't see nothing about them. This week, Chubb and Kareem Hunt Chubb had 161 yards and a touchdown. Kareem Hunt only had 61 rushing yards, but he had 2 touchdowns, and he had a bunch of receiving yards. So, like, with that 2-headed monster and Kareem Hunt kind of coming back into what he was, with Chubb second leading rusher behind the freak Derrick Henry right now in the league. So I feel like they complete, like you said, Kale, last week, if they could just stop depending on Baker so much, they can make a run. They could go deep, kind of how we use Jimmy. If they could do that with Baker, they can make a run. I really feel like they're one of the most complete teams in all of football, top to bottom. Moving on, we got Super Bowl contenders. The Bucs, they stay still. Tom Brady, he said, forget Father Time. He just out here second in passing yards, first in passing touchdowns right now. So it's like, I don't know what that is. Even without Gronk, they still doing. AB just came back. Mike Evans, they got weapons on weapons. Fournette had a great game this week. So, like, it just pick and choose who want to go off this week. Like, they be in the back like, hey, my week, you did it last week. And rock, paper, scissors, who killed? So, like, they can't move. But if it ever was a chance for them to move, their secondary is trash. So, like I've been saying, that secondary is ass. And then they brought in Richard Sherman. He had 12 targets. He gave up 12 catches.
Hey, what I say too about Todd Bowles' system? I said Sherman go have to what? Play man.
And he was
cooked.
You called a lot of shit this week. You was talking some shit because he was getting cooked. Cooked for sure. That shit was ugly. So I don't know what they gonna do. He might not even make it all year. If they gonna continue to play how he want to play and play man, that's not gonna work good for him. I don't know. They might have to change it up a little bit. but they got a lot to figure out there. Your best cornerback that you just brought in just had a horrible game. I don't see. So it's like they can be beat. That's why they not moving up. Because if you get a team that got a good quarterback that can air it out and they get into a shootout and you get the ball last, you could beat them. You see what Dallas did to them week 1. If only Tom Brady didn't get the ball back, they take an L that week. Green Bay, they kind of been under the radar, just doing their thing. Like, there ain't no reason to move them. They still in contention. They still got one of the best quarterbacks. They still have the best receiver. They still got a top 10 running back. Like, hey, you got the best, or if you got a top 3 quarterback with weapons, you almost got to be in the conversation. Like, you know what I mean? New entry to the list. Didn't really want to do it. But this is Dev's unbiased tiers. So the Cowboys had to get moved up to Super Bowl contenders, bro. Like, and it's just, I'll be having to come on here because I'll be having like bold takes on Twitter and shit. And I'll be talking shit about Dak. And I got to come on here and give Dak his flowers. Dak is a tier 1 QB. If he's not tier 1, he the top quarterback of the tier 2s. And he is one leg out, one leg in of tier 1. He there. He's special. He make the throws. He can run. It's like everything that they asked him. And I was talking to my friend Dio about this, the difference between him and Jimmy. Because it's like a few years ago, Dak had a lot of holes in his game, I feel like. Like, he was still solid, but he had holes. You can literally see that he went out and made the adjustments to his game that needed to be made for him to take that next step. With Jimmy, he just kind of rested on his laurels, and ain't the same things we complaining about when he first got here is the same things we complaining about now. When I watched Dak Prescott play, all the things that I was criticizing him on or talking shit about when he first got to the league, he doesn't do any of that stuff no more. He's literally did what most people, players are supposed to do: take that step, take criticism, and work on it. So they got the best receiving core in football, probably, when Gallup come back. Zeke has been looking really good these last few weeks. I feel like Tony Pollard kind of threatening to take some minutes, really woke his ass up because he been balling these last like 2.5 weeks. And their defense ain't been looking bad, bro. Like, I was expecting their defense to be trash. Their defense has not been bad. So if you got a top flight offense and a decent defense, hey, you can make some noise. And like I said, they are the perfect type of team to beat the Bucs. So like, if they see the Bucs in the playoffs, that would be a scary matchup for Tom Brady and the Bucs for sure. One of the scariest matchups out of all of the teams that they could possibly see, in my opinion, just because of the receivers. The Rams, they have been moved off the best team in the league, and they have been moved down to Super Bowl contenders. Them boys lost to Arizona. I said it might have been a fluke. Then they came back the next week, and they did not look that good. I was kind of disappointed. I watched the whole game. I seen Stafford overthrowing people. I seen Stafford looking shit. Like I told y'all last week, Stafford ain't had many big games. He was out there in Detroit riding. So it's like you get in these division games where every NFC West division game is a big game. And it's like he looked a little shook to me. Like, I'm not saying, like, I still feel like they got weapons. I still feel like they one of the healthiest teams in the league, and they one of the most complete on both sides. But that wasn't enough to like, off a loss. If you're the best team, I feel like the way you respond off a loss should have been better than what I've seen from them starting out. And then Russ got hurt. So, like, I can't even really say, like, what would have happened. Because you know with Russ, anything possible. So I didn't see enough to keep them where they was at. They had to come down. And then, man, that boy, Lamar Jackson. I was going to move them down, right? I was going to move them down to playoff favorite along with the Brownies because they so dependent on Lamar. If he wasn't, like, he didn't start off the game great. And they was looking ass. Like, it's literally him or bust. But they stay here because he's just that good. He's good enough to where it can be him or bust. It don't have to be a whole team. This brother right here is so special. He can literally carry them to wins that, and I said this before, he's the most important player to his team in football. Like, there's no other individual player that does as much for their team as he do for the Ravens. So it's hard to say a one-man show can win in football, but when that one-man show is 5th in passing yards and 8th in rushing yards, oh yeah, he could get it done. So he can't move off my list. Not right now. The new list, the new tier I added is top contenders. So I had Super Bowl contenders, but these two teams, I feel like it's just a little bit better than these 5 teams I got on contenders list. These teams would be The Cardinals. The Cardinals is on the list of top contenders. I feel like, I mean, I don't know. Like, if watching the game against us, they didn't look like I said, I really felt like that was a winnable game. Obviously, we had, like I said, Trey just extending the ball instead of going with your shoulder. It was just little shit that we could have went on, but Kyler didn't have a great game. We contained him a lot. I feel like he wasn't running all over the place. Like, and when he's not able to run all over and get around and make them spin off of somebody, like, they offense didn't look great to me. Like, it still was okay, but if he's not able to get out and be crazy on the outside, it's kind of a subpar offense. Low, like, from what it looked like against us. Now, maybe that was just a division game and it just kind of threw everything off, but that didn't really ring to me best team in the league. But it did say they know how to win different ways. I like to see teams that could win a shootout, win a defensive battle, win like different ways. That's why the Browns were still up here in playoff favor, because they showed that they can hang in games like that. The other team on top contenders, Jay Herbo and them, the Chargers. You feel me? Hey, they got everything you need. When I picked them at the beginning of the season, they make the playoffs. I'm like, bro, they got weapons on the outside. They got a pass catching running back. This is the perfect situation for a young QB to step into. So everybody was saying like, oh, Tua went before him. That was a blessing. Anybody that felt like that went to the Chargers, I'm not gonna say they would have did this, because what he's doing is like electric. But I feel like you'd have been off to a decent start based off of everything around you is in place. Now you got a good OC who came up under the Saints, like he under SP, working with Drew. Now you got the defensive-minded head coach who is gutsy, who put it all on the line. When you got coaches that, like, we all play sports. When you got a coach that believe in you and know, like, that's why Lamar's so successful, because the coach believe in his ability. It's not about what I think you should be able to do. It's about, this is what you do. I believe in that, and let's rock with that. Bro, he went for it on 4th and 9 from like the 40 something. Like, it wasn't even like they was at like the 10 or something. So it's like that showed good, like, guts. And Justin Herbert, what'd he do? He came through. So for them to be able to win that shootout, they already beat. They got some pretty impressive wins. That was a great win this weekend, 47-42. They also beat the Chiefs. I feel like they're also one of the most complete teams in football with one of the youngest high quarterbacks. And I know it's kind of early, but hey, Jay Herbo might be a top tier quarterback. I'm not gonna say he is yet because it's early, but if you're just watching the game, the kind of the way we dubbed Mahomes early, I'm not saying he Mahomes, but I don't know. We gotta wait this many years to start dubbing people. These players is coming in basketball and in football, too good, too quick for us to keep acting like, oh, they gotta play 5 years. What if he would? No, he don't have to play 5 years. No, he don't. I don't believe that shit. So I think he already on the move. And this top team, so we're gonna move up, the best team in football. So before I get it to my guy Bo to talk his shit, right? Let me say this. Because y'all know me, y'all been knowing me for a long time. I could twist some shit to make me still sound cool. So peep in. I predicted Josh Allen was gonna have a good game. I predicted he was gonna have 4 total touchdowns. One of them was gonna be rushing. I predicted all that. I also predicted Josh Allen was gonna win MVP this season. So this is all good for the dead spot narrative, you know? And now, if you want to worry about who won the game and who picked who to win that type of shit is irrelevant. I'm just talking about, like, the shit I got right. You know, the 4 touchdowns, the rushing touchdown, the preseason MVP. Y'all can worry about wins and losses and, oh, you picked the Chiefs. I don't care about none of that. But this team, I gotta just say, the defense, like, I didn't know if the defense was just looking good because they was playing ass teams. Listen, them boys was flying. Oh, they was doing what they needed to be doing. White and them boys, he got them ball in the secondary looking good, the front seven looking good. And Josh Allen, when he get rolling, bro, it's not too many people can do what he can do. And they blew them out, bro. And Diggs only had 2 catches. So like they are, what are they? They're 4-1, and their superstar, top 3-4 receiver ain't even been involved in the offense yet. I don't know if y'all been watching that, but Diggs ain't even really took off yet. So if he takes off, oh my God. So Bo, the best team in the league this week had to be them Billy boys. Before I give him the mic, though, I want to give him his credit because he also Rudy was the first person I heard on the Bills before last season. And I told him he was crazy. I'm like, bro, that ain't, like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, they look cool. So they did great last year, and then they took another step this year. Right now, week 5, best team. Bo, what you got to say?
The same, man. All I gotta say is them Bills is coming out. It's their year. I'm agreeing with you too about Josh Allen being the MVP. It ain't been too many people to win MVP and win a Super Bowl, but I think that man can do it. Bold prediction in week 6.
Bold prediction, he gonna win MVP and Super Bowl?
And a Super Bowl.
Gotta write it down.
Mm-hmm. Week 6, Bo's bold prediction.
I like that.
That was clear. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was clear.
Okay, so we got that. So based off the whole list, the Rams came down. Now it'll be technically 2 tiers since I added the top contenders tier. What y'all think?
Bro, it's like I said, man. The AFC South is disgusting. It's the worst division in football. Jags, Colts, Texans. You named 2 teams on your trash list, and both of those teams are in the AFC South. The Colts threw away that game in the trash to Lamar and them boys. If they're not trash, like you said, they maybe could tier above. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens, though. I know you're a Carson guy, so I'm gonna let you have your faith about this and that. But you look at it, man. The NFC East, the worst team in the division is the Giants. I'm taking them over damn near every team in the AFC South. Other than that, I thought everything was cool. I thought the Vikings is a good, cool little spot. There's like contenders. They could make some noise. They had some bad bounces, but it is what it is. At the end of the day. And I like what you did with the Steelers, man. It's like they have these sneaky wins, bro. Like their defense is so good. They got so much talent on that team. It's just they don't have that guy.
Yeah.
And you need that guy and the guys in front of them. But the guys, they're young. They're figuring it out. But Bills, man, the Bills are scary for sure.
So, Kurt, you was the person that said that. So last week when Bo was saying that, you were saying Arizona. So you agree that the Bills are. So you agree with the top contenders, Arizona and the Chargers?
I would say yeah. I think that the Cardinals are definitely. They're not. I don't think they're the best team. I think, like you said, like you just said, right? Like you like to see a team win with different ways, grind it out, blow them out, come back. Like if the Browns were to pull it out, that would have been cool. They have a very complete team. I think their defense is like 3rd in scoring, 6th in some other thing. Like the Cardinals are a good all-around team. But with the Bills and what they were able to do in the offseason with bringing in Russo, bringing in Basham, like you said, the secondary was cool. Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, they've been balling too. If they had a dominant number 2, it would be even better. Like it would be a wrap. But Emmanuel Sanders is cool. He's a cool 2nd, 3rd option at this point in his career. So I think they'll be all right, man. I think that's definitely the best team in the league.
Yeah, what you think, Brady? Think you would change? You like the top of the list? What we doing?
Yeah, I mean, last week I was a little perplexed with the people saying the Cardinals is the best team, or the Rams, or just the usual picks. But all those teams, they beat each other. The Cardinals beat the Rams beat the Bucks, but the Bills, that was an impressive win. You feel me? And like we said last week, even though I picked the Chiefs, like the Bills needed this win. Mm-hmm. Like just to after last year's playoffs performance, and just put everybody on notice. Like we here. This is our time. Let's do this. And I had questions about if them drafting all those pass rushers was the key, mm-hmm. or was going to get them over the hump, and it looked like it last Sunday.
Yeah,
it looked like it. So but I do think it's like the Bills, then you got like you said, Arizona, Tampa, the Rams, you got all of them up under. They right there, but they not where the Bills at. But I do think No, the rest of the list was solid though, for the most part.
So the Rams came down. So now the Rams went from best team to under that. Do y'all agree? So it seemed like everybody agreed that Arizona looking better than the Rams right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like you said, I feel like the Cardinals, they with the win over us, they kind of grinded that out. You know, it wasn't a high scoring, you know, high offensive octane win. It kind of grinded that out. Kyler made some big throws to D Hop. You know, it was and it was an impressive win for them. You know, I feel like they got a little lucky in some parts, but it was an impressive win. So I do think I will give the Cardinals that nod over the Rams right now.
Okay.
End of the day, they beat them too. So I mean,
yeah.
And then the Cowboys, they cool.
Yeah. I think the Cowboys are. You know, they got everything you need, you know, to be successful. You know, they got a solid run game. They got the receivers, you know, to do their thing. And like you said, Dak took that extra step. But it's not just Dak taking the extra step. It was, you know, the front office and all of them getting the necessary weapons, like adding CeeDee Lamb with, you know, Coop and Gallup. You know, that was big. You know, bringing in Dan Quinn and got that defense. You know, their defense is doing their thing. You know, Trayvon Diggs is looking impressive right now. You know, so I do think, you know, the Cowboys it's gonna make some noise for sure.
Okay.
I think the Cowboys are the real deal. I still don't really think that Dak is though. Like you mentioned, bro, like you got Coop, you got CD, Dalton Schultz. I've been dogging him the whole season. He's playing. He's a cool little tight end, man. The key to their whole team is that the offensive line is back. Tyron Smith's Frankenstein ass is back. He's somehow still healthy year, whatever it is. Zach Martin's still playing back. They don't even have Lyle Collins back at right tackle. And they are moving the ball. And you see what happens now, right? When you get that good line play. Oh, is Zeke back? Oh, Tony Pollard. Bro, they're like both top 15 in the league in rushing yards. You got two running backs. They better than the Browns right now in terms of yardage. It's like, bro, you got them. You got Dak that can just get the ball to his weapons. This is what happens when you surround your quarterback with weapons. Like this is what KC could. Can you imagine Patrick Mahomes in the Cowboys? Can you imagine Lamar Jackson on the Cowboys? I'm not ready to say Dak is that guy. He's that guy for that system for sure, right? Like they built the whole thing. Kellen Moore built it around zone read, blah blah blah. Take it and go, or quick passes, take a deep shot, whatever it might be. But I don't think that right now. I wouldn't put Dak in that tier with Mahomes, Lamar, Herbert. I don't know.
Only reason why I say he might not be, like I said, either he did there or he might be like top of tier 2. The only thing I say is to your argument is I'm just not a person that usually be like, well, you only perform because of where you at. Because like a lot of people, like that's the whole point of this shit. Like figure out your best player and build the team around him for him to be successful. So it's like, even though he still got the weapons and stuff, like Andy Dalton, who's been a quarterback for 10 plus years, had these same weapons last year and was ass. They didn't win no games. Now they come back. Dak, you go from what pick they had in the draft, like a top
11,
top 10, 15 pick, to now you a Super Bowl contender. Like that showed me difference. Like Lamar Jackson, like what he does, they literally built that around him. He can't just go run any offense and be great, but he's great at what he do. So it's like, I don't know. Like I just feel like it's kind of hard to judge that sometimes because it's like, oh, it's the weapons he got. But I mean,
Tyron Smith was out since week 4 last year. Week 5, excuse me.
I don't think
Zach Martin was out. You had Lyle Collins out. There's a lot of pieces missing. You put the people in the right situation, they'll be different. I'm saying I think Dak is like a B plus. He a cool. If it was on Madden, 87, 88. He's good. Like I'm not anti-Dak at all. He does what they needed to do at a very high level. Now, if you're asking me tier 1, talent for talent, is he up there with the other boys? I wouldn't say that. He's good. He's really good.
That's fair.
But it's like, I don't know, because like tier, like, because if you talk like
Dak on the Ravens, is he doing what Lamar's doing?
But that's what I'm saying. None of these niggas could do what they do, what Lamar doing with the Ravens. Patrick Mahomes couldn't do on the Ravens what Lamar Jackson doing. And it's just because of it's built around what he particularly do. So my question to you would be then, if that's the case, because he got these weapons, so how can he ever get to tier 1 if he gonna always have these weapons? Because Coop gonna be there. CD Lamb is young. Gallup is not too old, so it's like he's gonna have these weapons for the next 4 or 5 years. So if he's dominating, is the excuse gonna keep being? I didn't hear nobody say, "Oh, well, Mahomes got the best tight end in football. Oh, he got the fastest player in football." When he I don't know.
He definitely did. People still think they have a top receiver core because of Mahomes. People think that Byron Pringle and Mecole Hardman can get the job.
Also because of Tyreek.
I'm not a fan of him. I'll put it on wax. I am.
You gotta
not
give Hill his credit.
I'm not. But the reason why people think that Pringle and McCole can get it done is because Pat's back there throwing it to him.
I don't know, but it's also because that boy run a 4.2 and he be flying down the field and nobody looking at them, so they be kind of open too.
Listen, Ruggs be running 4.28. DC can't get him the ball sometimes, so he get underthrown. It's the same thing. Like if you don't have a quarterback to get him the ball, bro, it's not gonna work.
All right,
It's real.
I was with you, but that's got the same thing. So I agree with you, Curto. On I wouldn't put Dak on that tier 1, that top tier just yet. You feel me? I feel like with the weapons though, like Dev was saying, what can he do? I feel like he just win the division, and just make a run in the playoffs. He needs some good wins, some good playoff wins or something, just to solidify that resume a little bit more to put him in that top tier type talk. You feel
the
me?
joke on the Dak and the Cowboys has been they've been 8-8 damn near every year. It's the same damn near team. Once Kellen Moore gets a new head coaching job next season, you'll see what happens with Dak.
Well, then if that's the case, then bro, Jerry Hill, bro, can't be tier 1 then, bro. Because how could he be tier 1? He got weapons out the ass. Like, I don't know.
Because you see
talent-wise, he tier 1. Talent-wise, I think. Talent-wise, he tier 1. But, it is early, to throw him in it when he hasn't proven yet. Now, I'm not saying it got to take him 4 or 5 years to prove it, but he got to make that run this year, go deep. And then if you give him some big wins, get him a playoff win or something, you feel me? He go for sure be up there. I think that's going to support his argument.
Jay Herbert already ranked ahead of Dak.
I think he's more.
Hey, look.
Prescott.
Y'all be forgetting, too. Dak did go to the playoffs his rookie year and lead a shootout against the one of the GOATs down 14-0. And he was a 58-yard field goal. A 58-yard field goal made by the brother that just missed 3 on Sunday away from advancing in the playoff.
That's true. And the most talented quarterback of all time.
Yeah. With Dak, with Dez, who had bro, and y'all know how I feel about Dak because Dez, I will to the end of my life say Dak Prescott ruined the end of my boy Dez Bryant career. There's nothing else to say. The tape is there. Dez will run the streak, and Dak will throw it out of bounds. And they would say, why Dez ain't got no catches? Well, bro, he can't go on the sideline and catch the ball. Dak had no touch on his D-ball. That's one of the things he worked on. Now, when he launched that thing, it worked. It was not working with Dez. He ruined my guy's career. And even saying that, Dez, I think, had 2 touchdowns that game. So he even found a way to make Dez work that. But I don't know. Huh?
No, I feel you 100%.
I don't know. Like, it's just tough, though. But, like, I see what y'all saying. But if we going to say Herbo, bro, I feel like Dak didn't show enough at this point.
Like, so you would take Dak or Herbert? Which one would you take?
See, that's a tough question of who you would take versus how you rank them. That ain't really fair, though.
You're building a team. Who you want on your team?
But that's like saying, bro, who would you like? Would you take Josh Allen right now, or would you take Tom Brady? You would probably take Josh Allen. That don't mean he's better than Tom Brady. But who would you want on your team? That's a whole different. And I just told you, I don't really like Dak personally. He just ruined one of my.
You're building a franchise right now. You got the fantasy mode in Madden. You can pick any quarterback you want. You take it. You got 2 left. I should say you can take these 2 quarterbacks. You can take Justin Herbert. You can build a team however you want. You got Justin Herbert. You got Dak. You put any receivers out there. Put any O-line, whatever it might be. what you got? Justin Herbert, you got Dak. I'm taking Herbert.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. I just don't think that's fair, bro.
I see what you're saying. Everything is subjective, right? Everything is subjective.
Because, like, for me, bro, like, a lot of things, like, because, like, the way I think about who you would pick, I don't usually do that because, like, it's a lot of people that I would rank higher than people that I would actually take for my personal team.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not saying Dak is ahead of Jay Herbo, but he's definitely proven more than Jay Herbo. And it's like, I mean, but I don't know. But yeah, if we're going off talent, he might be there. We'll see.
So you take Justin?
I don't know. Oh, I mean, I like the white boy, but I don't know, bro. But I'm just saying.
Okay. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. It's tough.
But if I'm taking him, that don't mean that make him tier 1 because I took him over Dak.
No.
And I make Dak tier 1.
No.
Because I would take Mahomes over fucking A-Rod right now. But
yeah,
A-Rod's still that nigga. Like, he's still right there.
Right.
I don't know, bro.
I feel you.
That shit tough. That's a tough one.
That's what we're here for. That spot.
But y'all saying no on Dak, yes on Herbo. Bo, you been quiet, Bo.
I'm kind of with you. Like, as far as rankings and everything like that. Personally, if I was building a team, I would take Jay Herbo over Dak. But it's a bunch of factors that come with it. Jay Herbo is younger. He's balling out. Dak is coming off a serious injury. Has he improved on the parts that he was lacking? Yes. But me personally, if I was building a team, I'm taking Justin Herbert. But it's definitely tough. Like, it's definitely different situations for everything.
It's not a clear cut. They're not, it's exactly right. It's not every time Justin Herbert, but shit, man, right now.
Yeah, man, I got to ask that on Twitter. Is Jay Herbo tier 1 as opposed to Dak? Because I feel like I damn near got them both tier 1. But I'm going to say, I feel like if we demoting Dak, I'm demoting Jay Herbo. I don't care, bro. I need to see more. If he get, like, at least this full season.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's just me personally.
He only set a record for rookies, but
Huh?
Justin Herbert only set the rookie record. I think it was for touchdowns, but
Who had the record before him, Kerr?
Couldn't tell you.
Weak ass Baker Mayfield. Fuck out of here.
Hey.
I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm here right now.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Right now.
I think that was the most touchdowns Baker ever threw in a season was his rookie year. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit.
I could.
Yeah, that wasn't selling me on shit. But like I said, I like the white boy. Don't get me talking bad about Jay Herbo. That's my guy. But I don't want to hear about no records he broke from midget man with them little ass arms he got out in Cleveland.
He broke Cam Newton's record of 32.
Huh?
He broke Cam Newton's record of 32 touchdowns.
Bro, I thought Baker had the record.
For throwing touchdowns. But total touchdowns, Cam had it for 32. He set that one too at 36.
Okay. So who was the passing record? Baker.
You had it right with the passing.
Who at the Cam?
Cam had rushing and passing. He had 32 total.
Who was after that?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. This link don't have it. It's a Chargers website, bro. They just be trying to gas Herbert up.
You know he see Baker weak ass number 3.
I don't. I want me to show you my screen. Like, what should we do?
Anywho, we gonna move on. We gonna ask the world. We gonna see. I'm gonna ask is Jay Herbo tier 1? We gonna see if Dak tier 1. If they say Jay Herbo tier 1, but Dak ain't, I'm telling you now, I'm having a problem with it. And I hate that I gotta defend Dak. That's not even who I like, but we here, man. I don't know how we got here, but this is where we at. But let's transition. Dead spot tiers will be back. The top contenders, I think, is gonna stay. And I just let you know, I'm not gonna be doing a cop out like how they be doing on FS1 with the 2 best team. You never gonna come to dead spot and see it's 2 best teams, because how could it be 2 best team? Is who somebody got to be the best. So I don't know how long the Bills will hold it, but right now it's theirs. But it'll never be, oh well, the Bills and this. Either they get knocked off or they hold on. That's just how I look at it. But let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into these picks. Cousin Kirk came out with the victory last week, slightly over Bo Doty. Let's see how we can get it going this week. Kerr, since you did win last week, let's get you started off with the Thursday night game. We got the Bucks versus the Eagles.
Bucks.
Slight work, easy.
Yeah.
All right, Bo, talk to me.
I second that. I got the Buccaneers taking it over the Eagles anyway.
Kill.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay as well. I did say, look out for that little Philly magic or whatever with Jalen Hurts and Devontae and all them, but it's not gonna be enough.
Okay. Yeah, this is a clean sweep. I'm going with the Bucks too. I kind of wanted to go with Philly, bro, but just on some because I knew y'all gonna all take the Bucks, but because like I said, they shouldn't have won last week. But let's keep on. This game right here, we got Miami versus the Jags. We gonna go the other way. Kill. Who you got?
I got Miami. I rocks with Tua. Mess with Tua tough. This would be, a Florida battle or whatever, but I definitely got Miami.
Okay. Bo.
I'm taking Miami too, man. I don't see the Jaguars coming out with a victory over the Dolphins. I don't see them getting a win in the near future anytime soon. So I'm taking Miami.
Kerr.
I had the Jags last week. They messed up my almost perfect week, man. I'm mad about that, but I'm rocking with the Jaguars again. They're playing at home in London. They might get off the schneid too. I didn't realize it was the same injury as Bo Jackson. I didn't realize that with the hip surgery. But they got some cool pieces in Miami, man. I got family in Jacksonville, man. I'm pulling for them at least get one win.
Listen, I had Jacksonville circle. But right before I called y'all, before we started this shit, when my TV popped up, Tua expected to play. That's all I needed to see. I switched my pick. I'm going with Miami. I'm rocking with Tua. Like I said, he on the wall. He had a few injuries, bro. And I just feel like it's unfair how they've been treating him like as if he wasn't an elite prospect that was coming in. He was in the same class as Herbo, Jay Herbo. He was in the same class as Burrow. He was better than both of them. We can't, not saying that the rankings is always right, but to just say, because he's been hurt, he's not a good quarterback, I don't know. It's I'm just personally, I don't really like calling people, fragile when they play this high of a contact sport. It's hard to call any of these dudes, fragile, or soft. They play in the NFL with 350-pound dudes, 300-pound, 260-pound dudes that's running a 4.5 coming out. This is not normal things that they're being able to do. For him to even be able to have played last year off the hip injury that you just said was the same injury Bo Jackson had, that ended that freak of nature's career. He came back after missing only half a season and played in the next year. Come on now. I just had to get my little tour around. I'm sorry. We'll keep it pushing. Next game, Packers versus Chicago. Bo, what you got?
I'm taking the Packers, man. I like the division matchups, but that line in Chicago is so atrocious. Justin Fields barely has enough time to blink when that ball is snapped, let alone find an open receiver. So I'm going with A-Rod and the boys.
Kerr.
I'm with Rudy. Yeah, it's exactly, man. Ngakoue had 2 sacks last week. Justin Fields got out of the game 2-3 times, man. It was ugly. I think Preston Smith and them start teeing off, and it's A-Rod too. So,
Yeah, you looking like you smirking over there. What we doing?
Man, I don't like everybody. I don't like it when everybody agree with each other, man. I don't know, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way. But A-Rod, my guy. I rocks with A-Rod, and I'm rocking with Green Bay.
I seen the smirk. I thought we was finna give one. All right. This was a tough game for me. Bengals versus Detroit. Kill.
I'm Cincinnati. I feel like I've seen enough from Cincinnati the past couple of weeks. I really like, the young talent they got, in the secondary, at the receiver position. And Joe Burrow is looking more comfortable each week. So I got Cincinnati.
Kerr.
man, I love a good upset, man. The Lions been in every single game this year. Not every single one. Packers blew them out. You guys had them blown out. They somehow miraculously score some points at the end. You put the nail in the coffin. But nah, man, there's no way. I like what the Bengals are doing a lot on offense. The defense is cool. I don't know who's going to cover Jamar Chase, let alone T. Higgins, let alone Tyler Boyd. You got your running back as your leading receiver right now, man. Come on, man. I'm going with the Bengals.
Bo.
This was a hard one for me too because I like what the Bengals is doing too. But I'm gonna go ahead and say Detroit is gonna get their first win of the season this weekend against them Bengal boys in D-Town. He got Burrow hurt. He got a throat contusion, like we was talking off air there. That's maybe not 100% Joe Burrow we gonna see. He may be playing a little fragile. He may not, but we gonna see. I'm gonna take the Lions though. I like that.
For his throat? That's not him 100% for his throat?
Hey, man, he can't even talk. Yeah, they said don't speak. They told that man, don't you say nothing. They gave him a pen and a pad whenever he needs something.
Man, we'll get some herbal tea. He's gonna be all right, man. Put some honey in that, he'll be straight.
The man couldn't even go to his weekly press conference. They said, don't you say nothing.
That sounds great to me. Shit.
Bro. I got you.
Like I said, I'm taking a leap of faith with this one, and I got the Lions getting their first win.
Fade route. You know, they got signals and shit. You know, they got.
Go.
Man, no, I'm going with Bo. Y'all could act like you don't need to talk to play. Nigga, what? He can't talk right now. We not finna act like that don't matter. I don't care how long him and Chase been playing together. You got to be able to talk to that man. And even if it ain't really like that, like it's still gonna be uncomfortable. Just your throat hurting, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know. I got to go with Detroit too, Bo. Man, I ain't gonna leave you on the family. It might not be as big of a deal as we think it's gonna be, but I feel like y'all underestimate that. I don't know.
I hope they win, honestly. Like they deserve it, man.
Motown.
Houston versus the Colts. Bo.
As you pointed out earlier in the podcast, there, the Texans organization is a poverty organization. And that I don't see them winning in the future. I got the Colts on this one because I feel like Wentz is coming off that hard loss against Baltimore. So I feel like he's playing with some anger. They got something to prove in their division. I know Kurt said that's the worst division in football. So that's another division. But I got the Colts winning this one.
Kill.
Yeah, I got the Colts as well. I think if they stack up these division wins against these weak teams, you feel me, and try to compete, you know, with Tennessee somehow, some way. I mean, they got a little action, but I got the Colts.
Kerr.
Toilet bowl. No, I'm messing with you. Yeah, bro. No, Carson was balling last week. He went like what, 330 or something like that. Like for three quarters, you would have never knew that they would have ended the game like that. Jonathan Taylor came out, balled out. I think he goes crazy against the Texans too. Keeps it rolling.
Mills was balling out too, though, low key though.
Mills was carving Bill Belichick's mid ass up. I'm telling you right now.
And that's why they're poverty, bro. There was nothing you could have watched in that game that would have said that they should have lost that game, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm going clean sweep with the Colts. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might not pick Houston to win shit all season, bro. Now I know they probably gonna win here and there, but it ain't gonna be me picking them. I don't really see. I was looking at their schedule. I wasn't seeing nothing I felt good about. I think they are at this point. They could be the worst team in football almost. Like, bro, they're right there. Like, yeah, they're ass. Like, when it comes
Tyrod back, with Tyrod back in the last.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
With Tyrod back, are they coming back? Like, if they win a game?
Okay, if Tyrod come back, they might not be the worst team, but they bottom 3. I'm telling you,
they're trash. It's ugly.
Rams versus Giants. Bo.
Rams. Not even really a hard decision on that one. No Danny Dimes, no Saquon, no Galladay. It's cooked. Rams.
Kerr.
Yeah, man. I was looking at an upset at first, and then Rudy pointed out Saquon's out. Danny's coming back from the concussion. Galladay's hurt as usual. Sterling Shepard might be coming back. I don't trust it. I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
Yep, Rams.
See, man, we ain't got too much. These is too much of a for show week look like. Cause I got the Rams too. Cause the Giants, I picked them last week. They got their ass blew out. Danny, my quarterback Russ got hurt on Thursday. I picked up Danny. He was wobbling off the field. It was just a lot going on. So I don't
did the exact same thing in my other league, bro.
See, bro, it'd be like, what the? And yeah, the Giants they're cooked. Their whole offense is hurt pretty much. They have no weapons. They have nothing. Saquon had this big hockey puck growing on the side of his ankle. I don't know what that was. So yeah, that's cookies. Moving along, Chiefs versus Washington. Kill.
Oh man, I had a tough time with this one, man. The Chiefs look really disappointing last week, but I'm picking them. I'm picking the Chiefs. I feel like they need a bounce back win. I will say though, if they somehow lose this game, they in trouble. I know it's early, but they in trouble. They're gonna need to make some big moves or something, because
For sure.
oof, it's looking dark. But I got the Chiefs though. I got the Chiefs.
Kerr.
I think it was in last week's episode, I was like, man, this might be the week where they get brought back to earth, and then the rest of their schedule looks pretty good. I think this is when they get on the roll, start really hitting the ground running. You look at their losses, man, it's to the Ravens, Chargers, and Bills. The Bills one was the worst one by far, but that's the three top teams in the AFC. They're not as far off, I don't think, as people think they are. They did have to come back and beat the Browns week 1, but they did. And I think this is the week that they come back, really get stuff going. Like that last week was a real wake-up call, man. Like we are the top of the mountain, and we have not gotten better at all. Everyone else has climbed the mountain, and they are with us now. We got to put the pedal to the metal. I think Pat's coming back. The interceptions thing is I think it's a little overblown. It's like 3 tip passes. I don't know if I really put that all on Pat, but I think this week he starts really getting focused. I'm not looking forward to too many no-look passes this week. I think he'll be all right and get it done.
Okay, Bo.
This one was kind of a hard one for me just because I like Washington, but I think that this is the week that Mahomes gets it together, man. He's seen them losses. Everybody's trying to count them out. Stephen A. Smith said they done. I don't agree with that at all. So I think this is the week they get together. Even though the Chiefs are the bottom tier as far as defenses goes, and Washington got to play the good defense. I like what Heineke's doing, McLaurin out there, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
Okay, and then so Kerr, I don't know if you remember when we first did this when it was just me and you. I had predicted Josh Allen gonna get going against this same defense because they say they got a good front seven, they a really good defense. I was saying this was a defense that was gonna open it up for Josh Allen, and he's been hot ever since. I feel like the same will happen for Mahomes because they a good enough defense where it's like in your mind, because I feel like it's a lot of like superstitious stuff. Like, okay, I perform good against a good defense, I'm off. And then just the way Josh Allen didn't look back, I really agree with you. I think the Chiefs take off from here. So I feel like they blow them out. And then they just start running this shit off. Now, if they don't, like he'll said, they're gonna be in some trouble. If they fall to 2-4, yeah. And if these other division teams win, okay, it's a division game going on in your division, so somebody got to lose. But they gonna still be in trouble. They're gonna still be in trouble because the other division game between the Raiders and the Broncos, just like somebody got to lose that game, somebody has to win that game. So somebody is gonna be 2-3 games away from them, and we'll just see what the Chargers do. But you get to fall in 3-4 games back. I don't care how early it is, but that's a lot of ground because now if you 3-4 games, not only do you got to start winning, you got to hope they start losing. So like that's kind of where I don't know. So yeah, this is a must win. This one I don't even know who. I still probably don't know. Like Vikings versus the Panthers. CMC will be back this week. Whoa.
I was a little shaky on this one, but I'm going to take Carolina to win this, man. I like Carolina on this one, man. I mean, like you said, that I didn't like where everything I agree with you on your tiers was spot on, but like I said last week, I feel like the Panthers is going to pick it up. Now, I agree 100% with you. The difference in Christian McCaffrey being on the Panthers versus how they play versus where he is when he's not there is noticeable. but I think the Panthers is going to take this one, man. Panthers are ranked second in total yards and their defense allowed, and in passing yards, they rank first in fewest passing yards as far as defenses go. So I've got the Panthers.
Like I said, bro, I just feel like you blow a game to the ass Eagles. You can't move on the team.
That was a bad loss, but they're gonna pick back. They're gonna get the ball rolling this week.
Hey, we'll see. You called the Bills. Let's see if you're right about this. We'll go to Kill.
I mean, I've been preaching, saying that the Panthers won't be the same without Christian McCaffrey. I said that offense will not be the same without him. It's been true. Christian McCaffrey is coming back, but I still think you can't just throw him to the dogs. You can't just, all right, Christian McCaffrey, all right, he'll go the ball 30 times. You got to, moderately use him. And I think hopefully they will. But I'm going Minnesota. Minnesota's been too close in almost all their games.
Yeah.
I'm looking now. They lost to Cincinnati in OT by 3 points. They lost to the Cardinals by 1 point.
Field goal.
Yeah.
It was in field goal position. He just blew it.
Yeah. And they lost to the Browns by a touchdown. I mean, those are all close games. And then they did, skink away with one against Detroit, but that showed like they could win. So I'm rocking with Minnesota.
Kurt, bring us home, big dog.
It's tough, man. This might be the toughest game of this early slot for sure.
For sure.
Besides the next one. But I would say I'm really high on Carolina, man. Especially with Gilmore coming off the pup. I think it's next week. I think they got a lot of like the stats Rudy just said, bro. That defense is flying around, man. And Sam is not that bad, but he hasn't been playing that good either. I think Kirk has. So I'm going with the Vikings in Carolina to take the victory.
Like, so this game, I was really going back and forth. Like, CMC is back. But like Hill said, like, this happened to him last year. He got hurt. They brought him back for the one game, used him like he was never hurt, and then he was right back injured. Yep. So it's like, I don't know. But like, for me personally, like, I don't know. I'm not as high on the Panthers as everybody else is. Kill, you made really good points about the Vikings. Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings too. Well, you on your own, big dog. I can't because I don't believe in them. And it's like, in Gilmore playing this week should be big. This is a good test for their defense to really see like how they can shut it down, what they're gonna look like with McCaffrey back. But I don't see them winning it this week. If they could keep McCaffrey out there, I do feel like it'll look different like in the next week. But it's just hard to get somebody in right back week one and think that's just gonna flip everything. Like, so I am gonna go with the Vikings. This game right here, actually, this is game of the week.
Yeah. Man.
Chargers versus them Ravens. Kerr, you're a Raider fan. You're a Raider fan wearing a Ravens shirt right now. So let's go with you first.
Yes, and I put this shirt on not knowing we were playing this week. But yeah, that's the old Salute to Service shirt. I think it's from like 2019, 2018, something like that. We used to this, not new to this, but I'm just saying. But anyway, bro, this is tough, man. Because you look at it, the Ravens damn near, even with all their injuries, should be 5-0, besides losing to the Raiders when they were supposed to be what the Raiders are supposed to be. They've shown they're able to squeak out these games at the end, even against teams like the Chiefs game, the Colts game. They're always in it. If Lamar can hold on to the ball, they're in it a lot. I think Rashad Bateman's coming back. I think that's going to be a good little points for him. The defensive backfield, even though losing Marcus Peters, has been playing pretty good. I think Averett's like second or third, either in pass deflections or interceptions, something like that. But man, oh man. It's just a better team, I think. It's a healthier team in Los Angeles, man. I think the Chargers got it. I think this will, because they both have shown they can both win the close games. Like, it's not like one team can do it, the other team can't. They both have shown they can squeak it out. I just think the healthier, more talented team wins at the end of the day. And I would say, in terms of a score, I'm rocking with 27-21 Chargers.
21 Chargers. Let's go right down the stream. Bo Doty, who you got?
This one was a hard one for me, man, especially watching Lamar last week. And I was going back and forth on this one for a minute. But ultimately, I'm taking the Chargers. I like the way Justin Herbert's been playing. The Ravens' defense is what kind of made me shift back over because I didn't like the way Marlon Humphrey was playing against the Colts on Thursday. And whoever the other dude is, Arnett, I don't even know where he came from, but he is trash. So I'm going with Justin Herbert.
Can I get a score?
Score, I kind of like this one to be high scoring. So I'm going 38-35 Chargers.
Ooh, so you got a shootout.
Yes, sir.
Kill, bring us home, big dog.
I felt like, I mean, again, this shit was hard. This was probably the hardest game to pick for me. They both, like they said, like Bo and Kerwin said, they both showed they could win shootouts, hard fought games. But I will say, Bo did say, that Ravens defense is suspect. That defense is suspect. But, they can tighten down when they need to towards the end of the game.
Yes, sir.
But what we forgetting is that the Ravens defense is suspect because they got injuries. That Chargers defense, they got their people, and they look suspect too. I mean, Baker Mayfield in that offense, last week, they, that's a good offense. It's a high-point offense. But, man, it's a tough one. But, I'm rocking with Lamar. Lamar doing it for the hood. I keep rocking with Lamar. I'm always rock with Lamar. Right. It's just what I got to do, man. It's going to be a good one, though. But the score I got is 35-24. 35-24.
Oh, so you ain't really get it. Okay. See. Damn, Jay Herbo versus Lamar. So I'm like you, Kim. I've been riding for Lamar. I be having my debates with my partners about he can't throw. I don't want to hear none of that shit. I picked him to win the division before the season. A lot of people were saying, like, a lot of people hit me like, Bro, you gonna change your pick now that all of these injuries? No. Did Lamar get hurt? No. Bet. That was the reason I picked him. That's the reason I'm gonna keep him. But this particular week, though, I hate to leave you over there by yourself. I kind of want to come over there with you. I kind of do. But that white boy.
Come on. Come on, brother.
That's a bad. That's a bad white boy.
That boy right there, different.
In the room. Come on there.
I got the Chargers circled, but Kel said Lamar do it for the hood. If it's one thing I can respect, it's a nigga that's doing for the streets.
Come on, man.
I'm going with Lamar. I'm erasing this shit. Jay Herbo, I got love for you, but not more than my nigga Lamar. Sorry. I'm rocking with the. Yeah, I'm rocking with the Ravens. Come on, man.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
But it's in Baltimore. It really could just come down to who get the ball last. And I feel like if Lamar get the ball last, I feel like he putting himself, I don't know if he quite there, but he getting himself in that category where it's like, if I get the ball last, this shit I got it. Like, he could go win the game at any point. So I just feel like they, like you said, Kim, I'm depending on their defense not being great, but making key stops. Like, if you watch their games against the Chiefs or against different teams, even against the Raiders, they made a big stop at the goal line. Lamar made one of his few end-of-game errors that you will see from him. He did fumble back, but the defense held up after because DC was on them. He was looking good all game, and then it got to that fourth, and it did tighten up. So I feel like Lamar already got his early mistakes out early. Yeah, I got to go with. I'm going with bro. I'm going with bro. Kid, I ain't finna leave you over here by yourself, bro. I'm erasing that shit. I'm going with bro. We going with the hood. We going with the home team. We going with 31, 23. 31. No. 30, 24. Because I think Chargers going to be up 24, 23. Lamar going to go get a touchdown, and they're going to be enough time. I'm just telling y'all what I'm thinking. You feel me?
I ain't mad at it.
30, 24. They're going to be planning to go for the field goal, and Lamar going for the gusto. But let's go. So me and Kel, we on Kel, we got game of the week wrong last week, brother. But I'm sticking with you.
We did.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go with the white boy. But you make compelling argument. So I'm rocking with you, my brother. Let's do this. You feel me? Now, this was another good game. This is also had game of the week potential, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Arizona versus the Browns. Very good game. I thought it would occur last time. Kel, let's start with you this round.
I think I'm gonna just say straight up, I got Arizona. Cleveland, I felt like that was an emotional loss last week. A tough loss. They go try to bounce back, but I felt like that Cardinals defense got rolling a little bit last week, so I'm rocking with Arizona.
Okay, Bo.
Fuck them niggas though.
Always.
Upset alert. I'm taking them boys from Cleveland to beat them Cardinals. You heard me? And you know who's going to do it for them? It's going to be Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
Hey.
Yeah, they're going to run a mud hole through that Cardinals defense, my boy. They're going to have, I'm predicting them to have good games. Arizona might not have Chandler Jones. He tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. So if he got no symptoms, if he ain't symptomatic, and he gets 2 negative tests within a 24 to 48-hour period, he could play. And we'll find that out tomorrow. If he is symptomatic, no shot. It's over.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. So with no Chandler Jones, man.
That boy's gonna be
another fun stat fact: the Cardinals defense is ranked 28th against the run. So, boom.
Homework. I like that.
Kareem Hunt. Pound. Oh, boy.
Kerr, bring us home.
I like that, man. Like Rudy said last week, man, Cardinals have to lose sometime. But man, I don't know. That's a talented team, man. He said 20th against the run, 6th in scoring, third against the pass. I think something like that. JJ Watt's been winning. He hasn't been getting there with the sacks. His pass win rate, right back kind of not right where it was, but he's up there in the league leaders. Man, Kyler, them boys, DeAndre. They got some cool corners on Cleveland. I'm going with the Browns. But it's in Cleveland. It's going to be 61 degrees. Winds looking like 21 miles per hour. Got a 20% chance of precipitation for an air raid offense. That's a recipe for disaster. I think the Browns is damn near one of the most talented teams in the league, top to bottom. And that defense is about to show it.
So, see, man, this is where I thought I was going to come on to make my little – I thought y'all was going to all take the Cardinals. So I went with the Browns myself. I thought I could get some ground right here. But everybody don't want to kill. Hey, I rocked with you on the last one, brother, but I can't get jiggy with you here. I'm not switching my pick on this one. I got to go with the Browns. Like y'all said, they took a tough loss last week. I just personally, the way I look at teams is if you I look to see how good teams bounce back. Because if you consider a good team, or if you consider a team that's a top, close to a top tier team, you should bounce back off a bad win, off of close games like that. Like you said, Bo, Cardinals rush offense is not that good. They got the best running back duo right now in the league. Odell, not only is he not, he getting the Boston, but he also invested. They had a couple clips of him in pass run blocking. He actually getting out there and trying to hit. So it's to see that he fully invested, because the thing with a lot of these diva receivers is if they're not getting the ball, they kind of fall out of interest with what's really going on. So I kind of get worried. Him buying in, because that's what Odell talked about all offseason was, I'm buying in. I'm ready to just be a contributor to something that's bigger than me. And that shit sounds good in the offseason, but I needed to see it. He been showing it. Yeah, I got to go with the Browns too. Hate to leave you over there by yourself, Kev, but shit. Sometimes I got to swim by his long.
Free that, man. Free
man,
man.
man, I was this close, man, and switching over, but y'all rocking with Cleveland, so I'm gonna just stay.
Free Odell, man.
Free Odell.
Free Odell.
Put him on the Ravens or something, bro. Come on, man. Give him 3 targets.
Yeah, bro. That's ugly.
3 targets.
That's ugly. Listen, who we got next? We got Raiders, Broncos. Curl.
Got the Raiders.
Oh, you went back with your team this week.
All right. So yes, I am back with the squad this week. I think it's been an emotional week. They rallied behind bruh. Broncos did not play anybody. They're 3-2. They beat the Giants, Jaguars, and Jets, my brother. That's a combined 2 wins between the two of them. I'm not rolling with that. They barely beat the Steelers. It was like 27-11 or 12. Well, that's for that late touchdown. They got beat by the Steelers, like you said. Not the trash tier above that though. I'm going with the Raiders.
Bo.
Heady jam. I'm going with the Broncos, man. I think the Raiders are still too distracted from the whole Gruden thing. It's the division game, so I like that. They in Mile High, so I'm going with the Broncos, man. I got them coming out on top.
Kill.
I picked the Raiders last week to win, and the niggas lost. I'm hoping me picking them again this week, they lose again. Fuck them niggas. But I'm choosing them to win. But I want them to lose, if that makes sense. So if I'm the bad luck or if I'm the juju for picking them and they lose, then hey, I'm gonna just rock with it to the end of the season. But I'm picking them to lose. I mean to win. Yeah, but I want them to lose. That makes sense.
This is a tough one for me, bro. Because like I said, I don't think Broncos is real. But I don't know now, bro. I don't know, bro. I had to go with Rugy on this. I went Broncos. Only because the division games get tricky, and I do feel like I don't know, bro. Like I feel like shit like that matter. Like, and I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much into it, but like the locker room things, especially in football, a little bit more than hoop, I feel like could be a distraction. Who the interim head coach right now?
Couldn't say.
Yeah, exactly.
Versace with a B. Versace wear.
Versace. F-O.
I'm going with the Broncos. Y'all don't know who the coach is right now. That shit ugly, bro. I ain't rocking with him. Bro, and this is why I got to stop drinking and shit, because I'm like, this next game I thought was a really good game, right? I almost picked it. I'm like, ooh, Cowboys versus Pat. Okay, Tom Brady versus this was the other day I was drinking. I'm like, wait, I got to stop drinking. I'm like, Tom Brady don't play for them niggas no more. I don't know. What y'all think? Kill.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Easy.
Whoa.
Cowboys. Another big day for the running backs. So you're gonna have a great game, man. Cowgirls are second in rushing.
Kerr.
Sweet. Going to Dallas. Dallas Cowboys. Hottest team in football.
Yeah, the hottest team in football, bro. And when I seen that, right, hottest team in football, they are a lot like y'all. Remember I said the Raiders and the Cowboys is a lot like, when they get hot, they be losing. Like, they find ways to blow it when they not supposed to, bro. And as I'm looking at this list, bro, I kind of want to go with the Pats. I don't know why.
Like the pick. You know, pick a team that barely just beat the Texans against one of the hottest teams in football with a guy that you damn near just said was a tier 1 quarterback.
Say a lot of shit, Kerr. You know what I'm
saying? Hey, as long as you know.
I'll put it like this. The Pats' only win this season is against the Jets, the horrific Jets. Ugh. And The Texans, the terrible ass Houston Texans.
Ugh.
This could be the week, though, Dad. This could be the week.
Say that again. Who they beat?
The Jets and the Texans.
And squeaked it out against the Texans.
Yeah.
Damn, hold on. What was that Jet score? 25-6. Okay, they did pick off that close a couple times. That's right.
Yeah. A couple. They got him. Was it like 4?
I think so.
Something like that.
Still only won by 19. Ooh.
Man, I'm going with the Pats, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Listen, bro. The thing about it is, these are the type of games, bro. The Raiders and the Cowboys lose. You want to get Bill Belichick? He been in the lab thinking. He been in the lab. How we gonna get these receivers? How we gonna do this? How we gonna? And you can say, bro, I be seeing your negative Bill Belichick takes. I'm not here for it, bro. I'm really not, bro, because it don't make no sense. You lose the GOAT, and they was already struggling for talent when he was there, and it's like, what you want him to do, bro?
He the GM. What you want me to know what I'm gonna do? Build a good team, bro. They over here talking about they got weapons, bro. We talked about this a couple times, I think. Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar is not no weapons. Jacoby Myers in the slot, that's cool, bro. Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, bro, that's cool. That's whatever, bro. But that's not nothing to be scared of.
But bro,
that's not no weapons.
Bro, this is not Madden, bro. You can't just snap your fingers or else these other weak ass teams wouldn't be weak ass teams. It ain't just easy to just snatch niggas and get them and do this, and that shit is hard. You got to work with what you got, and you ain't get too many free agents. The GOAT just left, so if the GOAT left, why would I come? That's bad business. So it's tough to really kind of like also for what he was able to get for the situation. I feel like was cool. And man, I had the Cowboys circle, but I'm tired of agreeing with y'all. And out of the ones that we all agreed on, yeah, I'm rocking with Bill. I don't even rock with Mac. What's brother name? Mac. My old
Mark
Mac.
Jones.
Huh?
Yeah, Mark. He a Mark, huh? Mark Jones.
For sure, Mark. But they're gonna pull this out. And they at home. Bill Belichick is gonna win a couple good games this year, bro. I don't care what you say. I don't know which one they're gonna be. It might not be this week, but Curry, you better hope you're right. I'm on your ass.
I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, brother. I'm not worried about it.
Well, I'm gonna make you feel this one wrong. Because you've been on my boy Billy, boy. I don't like this shit.
Come on now.
2 more games. We got Sunday night. Seattle versus Pittsburgh.
Oh boy.
Kerr.
Oh, brother. I thought the Colts Texans game was bad. I'm rocking with the Steelers. They're at home. Geno Smith.
Yeah, that just sounded like it was painful for you to say.
It is, man. There's no reason they should win this game. If Russ is hurt, it's a blowout. I mean, if Russ is healthy, it's a blowout. I just don't. I don't know. You got a coin? Hold on. Hey Siri. Heads or tails?
Heads.
We rock it with the Steelers. All right, cool.
Bo.
I would take Pittsburgh too, man. I don't think I didn't really like. I wasn't when Geno came in for Russ last week. I didn't think he played that bad, but like you said, towards the end, he definitely blew it. So I think it's gonna be a closer game than what everybody's thinking. But I got the Steelers.
Kill.
Steelers.
Yeah, this is a clean sweep. I'm not finna jump out on no limb. I just took a limb jump. We're not jumping again. Like I said, 6 of the next 8. It's cookies for them, bro. That's not even worth talking about. This was also a good game. Monday night, Bills versus Titans in Tennessee. Yeah, you got a bob in the head. Who you got, brother?
This one was tough for me, man. Tennessee, it's Tennessee. You got that that beast in the backfield. You know, that's a lot to deal with. You know, but I mean, best team in football with probably one of the best defenses, if not the best defense. I'm rocking with Buffalo.
Kerr.
It was a riding high, man. Defense was flying around. Russo was going to get into the quarterback. Safeties recovering people, corners recovering people, man. It was good out there, man. I'm rocking with the Titans, of course. Julio's back. They're at home Monday night.
Kerr said the Titans. Bold.
I like it.
I need to stop drinking. I'm going with them Billy boys, baby.
We do.
Come on, man. I seen this matchup. I like the matchup though, man. It's gonna be a good game. But like Kel said, that defense on them Bills, man, vicious. That backfield, I don't care nothing about Julio being back. I don't care nothing about no AJ Brown. They got that freak of a man, Hunter Henry, back there. But hey, that defense is stacked, baby. 9 rotational defensive starters that can come correct every single time. I'm going with the Bills.
Nice.
I really, I don't know, because, like, Kurt, bro, we know what Derrick Henry is, bro. That boy is different. I mean, the Bills is riding high. Is they going to keep it, being able to just ride that? You come up like a big emotional win.
I'd say Super Bowl right there, damn near.
They won that. Like, sometimes you come up with them big wins, especially when you the underdog and you the one that need it. It do be a little hard to bounce back that next week. But if they're the best team in football, then we got to rock out. They got to beat Tennessee, because this could realistically be how the playoffs go. The way the Chiefs is playing, you might have to beat the Chiefs and then play the Titans the next week. So, like, you got to be willing to figure out how to get these games won back to back. You got to, if you're the best team in football, you got to beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And I'm not saying they got to win the rest of their games, win out to continue to be the best team, but when it's game like this, where it's games like you got to be up for, I think they should take care of that. I don't think they're gonna be able to do nothing with Derrick Henry though, but who can?
Right.
And it ain't not unbeatable because he be killing. They still take their losses where they take their losses. So yeah, Kerr, I almost came over there with you, Kerr. But I feel like if they lose this week, that's gonna make their spot tiers a lot more harder for me next week. So Bills.
Man, it's tough, man. I mean, the Titans haven't played anybody this year. Like, they played the Cardinals week 1, got blown out. The Seahawks, depending on how you feel about them, went to OT. Then they had the Colts, Jags, and the Jets. And they lost to the Jets. It could get ugly, man. I think it's gonna be an all right game though. I could definitely see it going Buffalo's way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Monday night game. We have no more games. So we will see when we get back here next week. Do Kerr keep his crown? He been talking shit, but I will let y'all remind y'all, I am still 2-1 around this bitch. I did take them first 2 weeks, Kerr. So you need to win this week to catch your boy.
Mm-hmm.
While you over here posting on Twitter and shit about you knowing and all this other shit you were saying, and you know as much as the wisdom and all of that shit. But we will see, can he keep his crown? Will there be a new champ? Will Bo or Kale make their way up? Kale, you jumped out on a limb on a few. This might be your week to do it, good brother. We will see. But love y'all. Well, we out. Everybody, if you got this far in the video, thank you for watching. Hope you like, subscribe, and comment. Please leave comments. We want to debate. We want to talk with y'all. We want to get involved with the fans. So, hey, man, we here. Twitter, if y'all need to reach out to us, we there. Instagram, however you want to do it, we here. All right. See y'all next week.